are watching this video, congratulations! You are witnessing history. Howdy hey, howdy hi. My name is Lynx, and this is my first ever video. Yippee! I wanted to start this channel with something light to introduce me to all of you before I get into all the nitty gritty of the mini projects I have planned for this channel. If you've been on the internet or have a favorite artist that you follow, you've probably seen something like this before. I'm not that original. But for those of you that haven't, let me explain. I'm talking about the Meet the Artist Challenge. Some people have done it as TikToks, others will do it as simple one-panel drawings of themselves and the likes. So of course, I'm jumping on this bandwagon, so all you little stars out there can get to know me. I remember seeing all types of artists do a Q&A video or some type of post when they would hit a certain follower count. But I'm just getting started, so I don't have many followers to send me questions for me to even answer. But I had seen one artist do it as a yearly check-in with themselves to see how their art style had changed and to reintroduce themselves to their new viewers. So I thought, since all these other great artists are doing it, and I'm in a bit of an art block rut, that I could do this Meet the Artist Challenge to both introduce myself to the internet, as well as to use it to track my own progress, see how I improve each year. I'll be showing my art progress with a time lapse and going over basic Q&A as it goes. But that's enough yapping for me for now. Let's get into the art. When I first started this, I had a lot of ideas and wanted to do so much, which could be great and exciting to see, but I put myself on a short schedule for the art itself. Since I'm still new at making these videos, I needed as much time as possible to work on it. You'll see how I changed both the pose and the general layout throughout the time-lapse. I was pretty indecisive as I worked, but I think the end result was worth the back and forth. Much better. While we're still in the sketching phase, I want to go over a few of my more technical notes that I have. Before I did YouTube, I did Twitch. I had art streams, played some games like Breath of the Wild and Pokemon. I think it was Sword and Shield, now that I'm thinking about it. When I did some of my art streams, I had people ask me in chat what softwares I like to use and how long I've been doing this type of thing. I've used a couple of drawing programs, some better than others. I've used Krita, Procreate, just to name a few. But the art program I'm currently using is Fire Alpaca. It's simple, it's free, it's on my computer, and I don't feel as pressured as the artist to make something super fancy because it's not one of the more well-known art programs like Procreate or Clip Studio Paint. I've been using Fire Alpaca since my freshman year of high school, which has been about maybe 5 years at this point. And I use a Wacom One screen that I've had for, I want to say, about 3 good years. It's quite handy, much better than me using my mouse. And I've kind of grown into doing digital art. I think I like it. Little fun fact about me is I love me a good fantasy game where you're exploring a new world and saving it. The thrill of that new world and the layout of the game, always so compelling. So, of course, I had to add some way to show that in my little All About Me page. So, here you can see I'm putting a twist on the inventory screen you would see in one of those games, filling it with all sorts of things that I, myself, keep on me in real life. As fun as it is for me to be this disembodied voice coming from your screen, I want to show that I'm a real person behind said screen. Peeking into my inventory, you can see I keep things on me like my Switch, or my iPad for sketching on the go, phones, headphones, and, of course, gotta keep me a couple of snacks and juices. Never know when you'll need a little treat. Now, I know I mentioned I like fantasy games earlier, but I'm more than just a 2D person. Well, I mean, there is... Okay, I know I only show myself as a literal 2D avatar, but that's not what I... Oh, never mind. Some of you may have already looked down at my likes and dislikes and have thought, oh my gosh, he just liked me for real. Or maybe you've already clicked off this video because I don't like iced coffee. Either way, I couldn't just list all the things I do and don't like. That'd be both boring and would take up too much space on the screen. Plus, I think it'd be better if I just list off a few generic things and then have you ask questions in the comment that are more in-depth. It'll be like those times back in middle school when the teacher wanted you to introduce yourself to the class, saying things like your name, age, favorite show or game, and all that fun stuff, except way less awkward and uncomfortable. Because you don't have to stand in front of an entire class. Let's get started. As I mentioned before, YouTube isn't the only thing I do, and neither is art. I've done figure skating for a few years now. Sure, it's cold, and I've had a few people tell me it's a strange thing for me to be interested in, but I enjoy it. A little chill never hurt no one. I still do the occasional Twitch stream, not as often as I would like to, but I still have fun with it, and, of course, gaming. But I've wanted to do YouTube videos for quite a while now. I can remember being a kid and having a fake YouTube channel that I would share with my family that me and my mom made, where I'd go out and show things in my local area, or I'd explain something in a very funny, highly animated way while my mom just kept the cameras rolling. It was fun. I had a lot of fun doing that. It gave me great memories as a kid, and well, it may have unlocked what I dreamed to be. But as I got older, those short little videos weren't quite enough. My interest changed, and it was getting harder and harder to find time to do it in between all the schoolwork and after-school activities. I guess I should mention that I'm a college student now, meaning I won't be uploading a video every single week, even though I would like to. But if you follow me on Instagram or join my Ko-fi page, you'll be able to see my art more often than the possible 1 to 2 videos I'll be able to release in the months when I'm on campus. I'll leave links to those in my description if you want to check them out. I've said it before, but I really can't help talking about my love for the fantasy settings in games. Games like Legend of Zelda, Baldur's Gate 3, D&D, even Pokemon. Now that I'm thinking about it, I get the same type of thrill when I watch One Piece. Is it obvious that I'm a bit of a nerd yet? But I'm getting off track. If I'm not drawing or working on schoolwork, chances are I'm losing myself in the thrill of one of these games. The thought of exploring this new world that's like ours, but not quite. Whether that be a time change where we go into the past having battles with swords against the Dark Knights, or having some magical element like a devil fruit and being a pirate. Whatever the setting, whether past, present, or future, I can't help being completely enthralled by that. Looking at a mix of the colors I chose for my persona and even my choice of backgrounds, you would probably guess that my favorite color was blue, maybe even purple. Believe it or not, my favorite color is yellow. I just like how well blue and purple look together. In all honesty, purple's a close second for my favorite. This particular avatar isn't my first one either. I've gone through many variations. Some I used on Twitch, and others never made it outside of my art folder on my iPad. But If memory serves me right, each one had some type of level of cyberpunk aspects to it, whether that be neon colors or something else fantasy-like. I couldn't really decide how I wanted to depict myself for quite some time. Did I want to be seen as just another person? Maybe some fantastical hybrid of a human and a moth? I went down the path of, why not draw myself as a furry? But I think showing this version of myself, I think it's my favorite. And with that, we're done. I think it turned out really great. It was a lot of back and forth with this one. Had several sketches that I didn't even use, and I had to scrap by the end of it. But I think all my hard work really paid off in the end. That's all for this year. I'll be doing this challenge again next year. So if you want to see your question mentioned in the next video I do that's similar to this, leave it down in the comments. I've got tons more stuff in the work for next year. I can't wait to put it all into play. Well, that's all the time I have for today. It's been fun showing my art and talking to all you stars out there. If you liked what you saw here today, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you're feeling oh so bold, turn on those notifications so you'll know first when I post. It's been a blast, but I think I hear the oven dinging with my freshly baked holiday dinner in it. Happy holidays, Starlight, and I'll see you all in the new year. Signing off.